We're going to start this segment with Kansas City Royals first baseman and DH Billy Butler. If you took action on my Friday recommendation to play him in daily fantasy this weekend, you were able to capitalize on his 7 RBI Sunday, making you money. No need to thank me, it's my job, it's what I do. But I'm a humble kind of guy, so you're welcome. Let's move over to the pitching mound where 60 feet 6 inches never seemed so far away. If you made a concerted effort to spend money on known quality pitching in your drafts this season like I did, you were probably looking forward to yesterday because many of the teams were throwing their aces. Apparently, the Greek god Anti-Pitchagus was pissed at something, however, as he was awoken and not in a good mood. A remarkable number of elite pitchers in the game were relentlessly pounded into submission Sunday. I honestly can't recall a single day where so many of the game's big pitchers were made to seem so little. 5 guys who took the hill opening day returned to the mound only to make like cake getting battered. I don't know how the planets were aligned yesterday afternoon, but as soon as I get off the air, I'm going to find out. Check out this laundry list of all-star losers. Justin Verlander, Jared Weaver, David Price, R.A. Dickey, Steven Strasburg, Matt Cain, and Cole Hamels, just to name a few. And most of them embarrassed themselves and their families in the process. Reigning AL Cy Young winner David Price allowed 8 earned runs on 10 hits and 3 walks over just 5 innings. Reigning National League Cy Young winner R.A. Dickey allowed 7 earned runs on 10 hits and 2 walks just over 4 2/3. And we're just getting started. Jared Weaver allowed 7 hits, 4 walks, and 5 runs in just 5 innings. When was the last time that happened? Steven Strasburg allowed 6 runs, 9 hits, walking 4 over 5 1/3. He gave up 6 runs only once in 28 starts last season. Matt Cain, who was breezing along, retired all 9 Cardinals he faced, gave up 9 runs in the 4th, and never did make it out of the inning. Cain became the first Giants pitcher to give up 9 or more runs in a single inning since John Cronin in 1902. There literally isn't anyone still alive who saw that happen. And then there's Cole Hamels, the 29-year-old lefty in the prime of his career, getting paid $144 million, 27 from me to lead my fantasy team, by the way, was defiled for the 2nd time this week, allowing 8 runs on 9 hits and 4 walks over 5 2/3. The 3-time All-Star now has an ERA of about 11 after 2 starts, placing my fantasy team in last place by a mile. Thanks for absolutely nothing, Cole. If I owned the Phillies, I'd be paying you in your mineral-sounding namesake. Even budding star Jeff Samardzija, who struck out 13 yesterday, lost. He had to be pulled because of his pitch count after just 5 2/3, allowing 4 runs on 4 hits and 4 walks. It truly was not a day for pitchers. On the injury front, Oakland A's starter Brett Anderson, who matched his career high with 10 strikeouts in a win, was used as target practice by the Astros Sunday as they hit him with multiple comebackers. Anderson had to have his thumb x-rayed, but he's fine and expected to make his next start Saturday against Detroit. In the same game, A's outfielder Josh Reddick ran into a wall chasing a foul ball. His x-rays came back negative too, as he suffered a sprained right wrist and is considered day-to-day. In the Yu Darvish-Jared Weaver primetime matchup last night, neither one made it past 5 innings. Darvish, who had thrown 85 pitches, didn't come out for the 6th because of a blister on his right ring finger. Darvish is expected to make his next start, but this is something to keep an eye on because the blister also developed in the game against the Astros when he retired 26 consecutive batters before giving up a single. At some point, he may be forced to skip a start to let the skin irritation settle down. Weaver, for his part, did throw to 1 batter in the 6th, but strained his left elbow, diving out of the way of a Mitch Moreland liner to start the inning. No word yet on whether the Angels ace will be able to make his next start Saturday against the Astros. Weaver's expected to be reevaluated Tuesday, and the Angels will make a decision on his health then. Hank over at Andrews Air Force Base in Maryland asks, should I trade Carlos Marmol for John Axford? All right, Hank, I'm going to answer this one as politely as possible because as a member of our armed forces, you deserve the utmost respect. Are you kidding me? That's the trade you're considering? You're protecting us? Jesus, we're all going to die. Axford gave up another 2 runs yesterday and has an ERA of almost 20 and a whip of over 3. He's given up 4 home runs in 3 appearances, and he's the guy you want? And if you listen to my preseason breakdown of the Cubs, you've steered clear of Marmol to begin with. He blew another save on Saturday, and they're already talking about removing him after just 1 week. He closed 1 game out by the skin of his teeth and gave up a game-tying and game-winning home run in the other 2. He's a mental mess. Try to get the Cubs setup guy Kyuji Fujikawa, or maybe a closer on nobody's radar like Bobby Parnell or Jason Grilli. There are three guys in particular that need to be discussed after week 1, and that's Chris Davis, Michael Morse, and John Buck. If anyone offers you a trade for one of these guys, you have to seriously consider the merits of the offer. And if you have any of them, you need to consider moving them while you can. Davis has the most value of any of the three and the most likely to have continued success to some degree on the home run and RBI front. But if you're going to carry his batting average as the year progresses, he was 0 for 4 yesterday, and that won't be the last time that happens. He's on a pace for 108 home runs and 459 RBI. Let's just say that no matter how well he does, that's a pace that's going to slow. Michael Morse has to prove that he can stay healthy, and you're better off letting him prove that to somebody else. Morse is batting .310 with 8 RBI and a stunning .828 slugging percentage through 7 games. But while he's on a pace for 115 home runs, he's also on a pace for 232 strikeouts. And it's not like he's driving anyone in. 5 of his 8 RBI are himself. And as for NL RBI leader John Buck, the only thing I can tell you is that he's not going to hit 54 home runs and knock in 243 runs. Even if he has a very good season, Buck has already put up at least 15% of the total RBIs he'll have for the year. And to be honest, it's more likely that no matter what he does, he won't even be the Mets catcher the second half of the season. The reality is that he's just keeping the spot warm for Travis d'Arnaud. Remember, buy low, sell high. For RotoExperts, I'm Mike Cardano.